Ricketts from their self-titled album, St. Ricketts. Apple Music, YouTube. Take the boys down here and say good evening, ladies and gentlemen, Tuesday night. And we are back 100% live, another episode of The Yo Show. Now, normally, I know you're not a Philadelphian. Normally, that's where you drop in the yo in the background. All good. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is The Yo Show. As you know, I'm Jeff the Shark Perini, ready for another awesome live Tuesday night. And I tell you what, after this weekend, I am just super excited for everything music, everything Yo Show, everything. And tonight, I am thrilled, absolutely thrilled, to welcome our guest co-host. So, I'm on a lot of podcast pages. I look for people who look fun, people who look like they really want to engage, people that want to grow, learn, try, etc. And I couldn't find anybody, so I asked Alexis. No, I'm definitely kidding. I like Alexis' outlook. I like her show. I like her approach. And she's very excited to be here. Her show is a Little Bit Allexis podcast. So let's welcome Alexis. Alexis, good evening.
Thank you for having me on. I'm excited.
I'm very excited to have you. And a lot of our regulars, Kinsey King says, hi, co-host.
Thank you.
A quick story. I had a regular, Jewel, who still says that she's going to work on coming back. Okay, so I've been doing guest co-hosts when I can get them. When I can't, it's just me. And let's face it, everybody that hits that comment section will tell you, thank God you're here, because too much me is too much. So, a little bit later, we'll talk about your podcast, of course, which is very cool. I enjoyed it a great deal. But also, coming up tonight, 8:30 tonight, Alexis is going to try some chat on our end with the amazing Rachel, Bello, and B. Jennings of King Cherry. So, they got a brand new EP out. Did you check out the EP, Alexis? Is rock music your thing?
I started getting into it a lot when I met my husband. That's his kind of music, so I like some of it. I'm interested to see and hear all about it for sure. Something new for me.
Very cool.
I'm interested.
That's very cool, and I like that. And I'm going to guess. Now, just again, I'm no genius, but I'm going to guess from that little bit of an accent you have, you like country music.
Absolutely. Born and raised.
That's okay. Country is probably like 6th on my list after rock, metal, pop. Oh my God. Yeah. Sorry. Pop. That's how much I dislike country. No offense.
Yeah,
you're very nice. I hate country.
No offense taken.
Very good. You'll do good here then. I want to take a moment to thank last week's guest. Of course, Tuesday night we had the awesome Verona Rose. Wednesday night, Astrophils. Astrophils debuted, world debut, brand new EP here for us. And we saw them last Saturday perform. Are you big into going out and seeing bands, or do you like comedy? What's your going out thing?
I like comedy, especially a sit-down comedy show. That's fun. But I would say, out of all the concerts I've been through, I started going with my husband, and most of it is rock. A little bit of reggae, but yeah, I've traveled.
Good husband.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
He was in a band himself and wrote some music and stuff, so he got me into some of it. Yeah.
Very awesome. We like that. I'm going to run a little bit before King Cherry comes out, and before we do the music, I'm going to run the scroll down the bottom, a Little Bit Allexis podcast, Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, YouTube. Check it out. It's a lot of fun. Like I said, we're going to talk more about it a little later on. So what I always ask is, what made you say yes to coming on and trying us out?
It's something new, and I went whenever you asked. I went back and watched some of your episodes, and it's very interesting. I like it. It's different. We don't have this back out in Louisiana. There's not people that would do this kind of thing. So very interesting. Yeah, I like it.
I thank you for that. I love I love the local music scene, the national music scene. I like giving people a chance to come on and be guests who, are newer or have never been a guest of anything, and kind of let them be themselves. Rachel, who's coming on tonight, started as a Philadelphia girl, had her on a couple of times. She moved out west, caught on with a great band, met B. I'll tell you all the story later when they come on, but stuff like that like really gets me excited. Now, JD Wolf is from Minnesota. He's one of our longtime viewers, probably our best viewer, and I'm in Philly. So you meet people from everywhere just by doing this kind of
Yeah.
magic.
Yeah, it's very interesting. I mean, y'all are just living the life out here, you know. This is great.
It depends, I guess. Like I said, we're here. This is like 8 years for me, and combined Tuesday nights and Wednesday nights, which I do, I'm probably creeping up on 500 episodes. And I told I told my wife I'm gonna do it 5 nights a week. She's like, absolutely not. No, two is more than plenty.
Yeah, yeah. Like, how can someone talk so much, you know? I like it. I can talk to the wall. I mean, this is my cup of tea. So,
You had mentioned that, like here, definitely. Like even if we talk into each other, don't worry about it. Just keep going. Um, so I guess thinking about it, we would have to like to talk to be able to do this, correct?
right, right.
Now, I know my wife is more the talker. Who's more the talker in your house, you or your husband?
Me.
You.
My husband has this dry personality, but he's friendly. He's very nice. He'll take the shirt off of his back and give it to, very good man, but very quiet.
And I'll let you know he also jumped into technical assistance tonight because one of the things I always say here, Alexis, is the phrase "live happens." Not life happens, live happens. When you go live, and that's people are like, "Are you crazy going live? What if something happens?" It's in the archive, so I can tell you.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
I spilled a beer on my keyboard one time and lost half my letters right in the middle of a show. So, thank you. Your laughter means everything. So I told my wife earlier, I said, let me save my, because I was being my usual jokester at home. I said, let me save my comedy for tonight. And she said, yeah, you're totally wasting it on me and running out of stuff. So I was like,
Yeah.
she's definitely tough. So you're in Louisiana, you said, correct?
Well, I'm from Louisiana. I just moved to Texas. So I'm right here in southern Texas.
Oh, wow. All right. So I don't know how much you watch football, but are you a Cowboys fan?
No, absolutely
Thank
not.
God.
I'm actually a 49ers fan.
Wow. All right. Well, I hate them too, but okay.
Yeah, yep, that's been my team since I was little, so that's who we
All
go
right.
for.
I'll let you stick with that. I'm an Eagles guy, right outside of Philly, born and raised, all that good stuff. So I
Oh,
enjoy that
yeah.
a great deal.
I mean, it only makes
So,
sense for you to be Eagles fan, right?
of course, and like I said, Minnesota, we got a Vikings fan here. I give them a lot of heat. Took her on the Yoshi. Oh, thank you. We love it. Thank you very much. Every Tuesday, me and JD talk about music and everything like off the show. Like we met through a mutual band that we liked. He started watching. Has come in every weekend since. They said we'll talk on the side, like after the show about stuff, and we both got the same love of music and artists and this. And, as I always say, Alexis, undefeated. We never had a bad guest, never had a bad co-host. Pressure on. Never had a bad audience. So yeah, this is fun stuff for us. So on yours, are you doing all guests, like guests every episode, or a little bit of both?
A little bit of both. A little bit of both. I kind of talk about a certain topic on an episode, and then I like to get a guest that I'm kind of nosy, so I like to know more about their life, and it's pretty interesting how people grew up so different. It's
It
very
is,
interesting to me.
and I noticed, and like I said later on, I definitely want to talk about your podcast, what you do, because you dig pretty deep into where people say, oh, you're always being goofy. A little bit, but I also dig deep into the artist and what makes them tick and how they create. You do it with the human mind, which is pretty awesome thing. So I definitely want to get into that a little bit
Yeah,
later.
absolutely.
'Cause we're only 10 minutes in so far. We're doing good. Yes, I've had King Cherry on my show before. I've had Rachel on, I think, 5 times now. And 500 episodes, though, so that's good.
Yeah, that is.
Good
Go,
friends from
Jack.
Up 24 in the house. Yeah, I love it. Yo was our thing. It's a Philly thing. That's where we got the Yo show from, and it's become one of our things. So we're going to introduce you to something we do here, Alexis, and that's play music because we love to celebrate our artists. King Cherry's got a brand new EP out. It's called Royal Flesh. We'll play on card words there. And we're going to play a piece right now. So what we do is we share the screen. We're going to play, where do we go? Let's start with Bad. I like this one. Bad is the song. King Cherry is the band. I'm going to take Alexis away from you all for a few minutes, but I promise we'll be back. Enjoy the song, King Cherry. It's about, whoops, I went the wrong way. There we go. King Cherry. I told you I'm going to mess with this, but we'll get it done. I lost it. There it is. Okay, King Cherry. Bad off the new EP Royal Flush, about 3.5 minutes long. Enjoy. We'll be back shortly. This is the Yo Show live Wednesday night with Jeff and Alexis. We'll be back. You're so popular. I bet you were the prom queen. I can tell you're getting rammed up. You had enough. Tired of living life, but it shoulda, woulda. Breaking every rule like I knew you would. You're so tired of being good, so bad. Yeah, you wanna be so bad. Yeah, you wanna be so bad. Yeah, you wanna be so bad, yeah, you want it bad. Go! Well, I'm not pretty. Yeah, I'm not sweet. I'm not popular. My name is trash. I kick the prom king's ass. Well, little miss innocent, hard to believe. Chip on your shoulder, yeah, you're just like me. Flipping off the world, such a perfect catch. I finally met my man so bad. Yeah, you wanna be so bad. Yeah, you wanna be so bad. Yeah, you wanna be so bad. Yeah, you wanna bad. Yeah. Friggin' right, we'll take that out of there. Bring ourselves back on, get a little round of applause. King Cherry with Bad off their new EP Royal Flesh. Alexis, what do you think?
I like it. I'm ready to meet them.
Oh, they're coming. They're coming around 8:30 tonight. And they're great people. And Rachel, like I said, was a local girl. And I reached out to her. First time I ever reached out, I said, hey, how about coming on and doing our show. She's like, really? She's like, I didn't really think I was anything that big. I'm like, well, I like our local artist, and I've been following her for a while. She's a bass player. I thought she was cool. And I said she came on a couple times, and next thing I know, out west, success, band, putting out albums. Chase your dreams.
Yeah, for sure. Man.
Definitely chase your dreams. So we're going to do, like I said, a lot of stuff tonight. We're going to talk about Alexis' podcast. We're going to introduce a new beer, new to me. I've never tried it. We'll do that later on. I also have another round of Are You Like Me? So what I like to do, Alexis, and I did it with Cheyenne, I did it with Alicia. When I get guest co-host in, I ask some questions.
Oh, I'm scared.
It's very easy. Multiple choice. Multiple choice, easy questions, just to see how much we're alike. I get curious about that. I know it sounds weird, but I have fun with it. It's a little something that's fun, and usually everybody that plays along has a good time with it. Questions are between G and PG rated.
Perfect. All right, let's go.
What we got? It's 8:17. Let's do it. You want to do it now?
Wait, say that again?
Do you want to do it now?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay. Yeah, looks like we got a little time, so let's do it now. This is another round of Are You Like Me? The ridiculous game that Jeff forces his guest co-host to go through. Question one. Now, the question's written here and here on the banner, and my answer's on the back, just so you're sure I'm not cheating. Vanilla or chocolate?
Chocolate.
Chocolate. Ding ding, we're 1 for 1. All right, we're gonna mark that one with a check. Everyone with a check is one that we get. All right, a little tougher one here. Cool Ranch or regular Doritos?
Cool Ranch.
Cool Ranch for the win. 2 for 2. I'm so freaking impressed already. I could end it here and we'd already be the all-time winners. This one, now people think it's easy, but we'll do it anyway. Winter or summer?
Summer.
Summer, indeed. 3 for 3. As a little kid, didn't you like winter as a little kid? Well, you're from the South. I guess it's a little different.
Yes, because the winter. In the winter, the wind blows in Louisiana. Now, I've been to like Colorado, and 20 degrees out there feels like it's 70 degrees.
Yeah, like Utah. My wife went to Utah a couple years back. She's like, it's like in the 40s or 50s, but it feels like 70 or 80. She's laying by the pool. I'm like, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. But
Not
in
here.
Louisiana, when it's cold, and the wind is blowing.
Really?
Bad.
Here it's either ice freaking cold where you can't even move, or it's warm. You can't win around here.
No.
Right. A little more of a challenging one here. Let's not your public opinion, but people's opinion of you. Do you prefer to be cute or hot?
Hot.
Hot, right? Who wants to be cute? A dog is cute.
Yes, yeah. I was going to say, a little cat is cute.
Right, a female or a male, especially with a beautiful beard, is hot. With Dark Fly t-shirt on, shout out Dark Fly. All right, let's get moving. So where are we at here? We're doing good so far. This is easy. Talker or listener?
Talker.
Talker, indeed. Jesus. I'm going to swear to every audience person watching, whether you're new to the show or you've been to the show a few times, if you watch live, if you watch recorded, we did not rehearse this. And remember, we didn't rehearse anything. We chatted and bingo.
Yep.
Next one is a toughie. Get ready.
Ooh.
The Yo Show or any other podcast?
Besides my podcast.
I was going to say, excluding yours.
Oh, okay. The Yo Show.
Yeah, that one was hard. I don't know how you got that one right. I did forget to disclaim except yours. Because, of course, real quick, though, let's stop the game for a second. Do you watch yourself and listen to yourself? Do you go back?
I get halfway through and my voice. I don't think I like my voice in a podcast, but
wow.
I do go through halfway. And I also listen to it whenever it's being edited, so I guess you can say I listen to it.
I was taught a lesson. There's a guy, Ralph Sutton, out of New York, who has the Sex, Drug, Rock and Roll podcast, and also the Good Sugar podcast. He said to me one time, he said, I'm going to teach you something that you want to remember the rest of your life. If you can't go back and watch yourself, what makes you think a stranger will want to watch you? So if you can't listen to yourself,
Yeah.
what makes you think anybody else will watch you?
Definitely. No, I agree.
So-
I said, I mean, I always ask my husband too that, man, is my voice really this annoying? And he's like, no, you're just so used to your voice. I don't think you're annoying. And I'm like, I don't know, man. I've been talking too much.
I like it. It's different for us, definitely. I mean, you get what I was called is the Philly accent, which blows my mind. I don't know what that means, but let's get back to this guy. I'm so impressed. No, you got to listen to your own music, dude. You're a great singer. Listen to your own music. Where are we at here? There we go. Italian food or Chinese food?
Italian food.
Italian food. This is unbelievable. Running the table. Can we get her anywhere? This one might be it's not tough, but I don't know your style. Wine or beer?
Wine.
Oh, beer. First one we got wrong. I should have known that, though. That's tough. Beer is tough because a lot of women, like my wife, will drink beer, but she's not a beer fan. She prefers wine or like these vodka teas and stuff like that. All right, that was kind of a tough one. We'll accept that.
Good.
All right, couple more for King Sherry comes out. Oh, these last couple I didn't write down, so you just got to pay attention. Bar or restaurant?
Restaurant.
Oh, I put bar.
I do like to go to a bar though too. I don't like bar food that much unless it's like I don't know what kind of bars you guys have, but down here we have bars that you go up top and it's a restaurant, but it's really considered a bar. So.
I get that. We have some of them here. We have some bars that just make absolutely amazing food, like almost like restaurant style food. So we like going there.
Oh yeah.
I'm a bar
That's
guy.
good.
I like getting my buzz on.
Yeah.
You would never notice it during the show. I think we already got this one though. With dogs or cats?
Dogs, but I do have a dog and I have 3 dogs and a cat.
Dogs it is. We're back on track. Okay. And I don't dislike cats. I just prefer dogs. I got 2 little squirts. Here's one. A little dude, Henry. Look at a little screen.
Oh, the Maltese?
He's a Bichon. Good call, though. Very close.
Oh, okay.
All right. This is where the not the tougher ones, but the ones a little more, come in. Vegetable or fruit?
Fruit.
Fruit. I am with you. I'm with fruit there. I hate vegetables. I'm that guy. Now, again, down south, I don't know the difference, but pepperoni pizza or plain pizza?
Pepperoni pizza.
I went with plain, and it's close because
what?
A good pepperoni is hard to pass up, but I just like a plain old slice of cheese pizza. It's my thing.
So you like pineapples on a pizza?
No, does anybody?
I don't, but you seem like you would.
No, really? Wow.
If you like plain pizza, I mean, I don't know.
So we'll go back and say, again, I've been doing this show about 8 years. That's probably the worst dig I've ever gotten from anybody. I guess we'll say goodnight. Thank you for tuning in.
No.
All right, here we go. Ross the Boss Burns said he never liked pineapples on pizza. Me neither, dude. Me neither.
It's not good.
Pineapple has no business anywhere. No, it does not.
I agree.
Way to say it. Coke or Pepsi?
Ooh, Pepsi.
We're going to have to say goodnight, ladies and gentlemen. It is definitely Coke all day, any day. That one hurts, Alexis.
I love Pepsi.
Hey, somebody put both. Do you love it? Oh, All right, we got 2 more. Let's see. We're still doing pretty good. Your husband's gonna love this one. Wild or conservative?
Wild.
Wild. Yes, that a girl. Now we're cooking. I don't like going laid back. I've spent weekends where I've seen like 4 different bands in 4 different locations and have moshed and danced and all that crap. So, yeah, I like getting it. Last one is tough. There's really no right answer, but I did put an answer anyway. We're going with cake or cookies.
Cookies.
Cookies. Now, I absolutely love you. You are my favorite co-host ever. I hope nobody else is listening that has co-hosted before. You're all great. But Alexis just nailed it by saying cookies. God. Now, bonus round. What type is your favorite cookie?
Chips Ahoy.
So you're going to go chocolate chip. Yes, for the win.
Chocolate chip. But it has to be Chips Ahoy.
Okay, I can buy that. I like that. You did really good. I guess you're more like me than you would want to be.
No, you're great.
8, 9, 10, 11, ladies and gentlemen. 11 out of 15. Wow. Pretty impressive. You are a lot like me, which is good news for all the fans of A Little Bit Allexis.
Perfect.
It's good news for your husband, too. So, Rachel and B are making their way kind of backstage. There they are. And then they left again. I lost them. Okay. They'll be back in a second. New record? I think that's definitely a new record. I think Cheyenne and Alicia together didn't get that many. So, I love them, though.
Oh, the Oreos. Yes.
Oreos are good, too. Now, he said double stuffed. I like a single. I like a rice regular Oreo.
Oh, no.
I'm not, I'm not as they say, kicking double stuffed out of bed, but, regular Oreo is still my jam.
Yum. You go for some Oreos right now.
Right now, I want cookies. That's just great. All right. Looks like they made their way back there again. Thumbs up if you guys can hear us and are ready. I see Rachel's thumb up. I see B's thumb up. Let's do it. Still warm homemade chocolate. Yes. Warm homemade chocolate chip. Our special guest tonight is making a return appearance here. Why not? Because they're freaking awesome. 2 of my favorite people on earth. Their band, King Cherry, which Rachel promised me a few years ago was going to go out and do, and she's doing the damn thing well. Brand new EP is out, Royal Flesh. We played Bad off of that EP there. Alexis, get ready to meet 2 absolutely kick-ass people from King Cherry, Rachel Bello, B. Jennings. Let's give a round of applause. How we doing?
Hey.
Hello.
Of course.
Now, right, I was going to say, just in time, and we were talking about the game, like, are we alike, and we both picked dogs, and I'm thinking, I know when Rachel comes out, her dogs are going to be in full flight.
It's my dogs or my cats. We never get a damn break, ever. Put them up for adoption, I swear to God.
Here they come. They know we're talking about them. All right.
There we go. Yeah, well, they're welcome on camera.
No, don't.
No.
Now he's hurting dogs.
They're just beating them up. Animal cruelty. The show's going to get shut down. A terrible day. No, don't say animal cruelty around Rachel. Rachel is an animal lover to die.
There we go.
Aww.
This is
Very
Lemmy.
cute.
He's horrible.
Lemmy. A pretty great name, of course.
Of course.
So let's get into it. First of all, this is Alexis. She has a podcast of her own, and I like doing some collabs. I said, how about coming on? And when I knew you guys were going to be the guests, I'm like, you know what a perfect guest to do a collab with, because you guys have been on several times.
Heck
You're
yeah.
super cool people. You're a lot of fun. You really believe in your craft. And I figured, just a great way to kick that off. Lenny has made the interview, and I knew it was only a matter of time.
He's not letting us get rid of him either. So he might be a consistent character for tonight.
Man, mine hide upstairs. Yeah, I don't know why. So let's talk about it. The brand new EP is out, Royal
Yes.
Flesh, and Rachel, everything you have predicted in the past is coming to fruition. So I'm going to move out west. I'm going to get my career rolling. I'm going to get a band. I'm going to make an EP, album. We're going to just keep on going. You're doing it. Both of you, please give us some insight on the brand new EP, Royal Flesh.
We're just really excited about it. You know, we've been working on it and trying to get these songs together. You know, we've been playing a lot of really fun shows. The idea is to try to keep things moving. So once the CP's out, we got the next one in the works, you know, and just keep things moving forward, you know. So we're really excited about what's happening right now. Yeah.
He drank a beer.
Did he? Don't
Yeah,
drink
why
that.
not? Been warmed up.
Yeah.
Rachel, the EP for you, I'm sure, is a huge deal. How do you feel about it?
Yeah, I'm super excited. I think we've had what 4 singles out before the EP.
Yes.
Oh, that's sweet. So every band I've been in, I don't even think we really reached the EP point before it was all singles. So I think this is actually my first time being in a band that we've actually had to produce. We have a product, which, you know, it's not a CD, but or album, I should say, but who really makes albums anymore. But it's really cool for me because it's the first time I ever have a little collection of music I've worked on. So it's special for multiple reasons.
I like it. Alexis, jump in there. Meet King Cherry. Give us a good question.
Wait, what did you say?
I was reading I'm so distracted. I love when people talk to us during
Oh,
this,
yeah.
I'm so distracted.
I know, I'm trying to keep up too.
Go ahead. Ask away anything that you got on your mind, Alexis. Like I said, we like to bounce back. I do talk a lot, but go ahead.
So do you guys travel like further out of different states and all, or are you just local?
Yeah, we just started. Our first show we're coming up on a year. Our first show as this band was August 10th of last year. In that time frame, we traveled to multiple different parts of Arizona. Obviously, we've been to Vegas a couple times, and now we're looking to expand kind of regionally. So our next goals are probably like Utah, Colorado, and LA. I would say our next goals. So we will be a touring band. We're just trying to take it region by region and kind of be smart about it and not just hop in a van and go wherever. And our lead guitarist, Marshall, is based out of Texas. So we have a lot of cool leads. So I imagine, honestly, even before Colorado and all that, we'll probably have a little Texas tour going on. And I'm in talks with a couple other bands to kind of put that together now. So that'll probably be sooner than later. But,
well, I'm in Texas, so, you know, I'll definitely buy some tickets to come watch.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that's good to know. Yeah, he's in Austin.
That's like 5 hours for me. I'm further down by the Louisiana Texas border, but we'll travel. We'll come watch.
Our goal, Texas is huge, obviously. So our goal is to kind of make a whole little run out of Texas itself.
Yeah.
In the previous band we were in together, Texas was actually one of our biggest markets, weirdly enough, and that was more so a cover band than anything.
Right.
So we'd be really excited to bring some original music there too.
Very
Absolutely.
awesome. Yeah, always make the drive, people out there. There's no drive too small to see your favorite bands perform. Question, kind of side question that I didn't put on my notes. If you guys go and tour, I'm going to ask B this because Rachel, you're quiet on this one. Who watches all the dogs and the cats and the kids and the house? Who takes over for you guys? Because you got such a house full of people and animals to care for.
We have an assortment. We have a bunch of friends, family that'll come over and take care of the animals.
I'm child free.
And
my kids have fur.
Yeah, it's kind of tricky because we have 2 cats in her room that don't mess with our dog Marvin, so we have to keep them separated. So we have to give like really good instructions on how to feed the dogs, how to get out there, feed the cats.
We have a select, I would say, like cycle of 3 people that I'm very, obviously my animals are my kids. I am so super freak helicopter mom. So there are not a lot of people that I would trust with them, but we are lucky enough to have like a small group of like really close friends that I am comfortable letting them chill with. So
just let them go on tour with you, you know?
Yeah, I would love to. I'm bringing I cannot bring him on tour because he's a menace. My pit bull.
God no.
My pit bull could travel. My pit bull loves travel, so I foresee him probably coming on some trips with us. And weirdly enough, my cats really like to travel too. So I am plotting on a way to get them involved in the road tripping.
Wow, one giant bus filled with like little stalls instead of seats where animals go in.
I can't even bring him
Yeah.
through a drive-through, so he will not be joining. Sorry.
So I love having you guys on because there's always so many things I want to know, and I definitely want to talk about a big moment for you. You guys played Bike Week out there and opened for Stone Temple Pilots, which blows my mind because that is a massive band. Even with a new singer, they're still absolutely incredible. Tell us about shows like that and some of these bigger shows you guys are doing and the adrenaline. And do you still get nervous, or are you like, holy shit, I can't believe this is us? Or it's just like, yep, this is I knew this is us, and just go.
We got nervous at the EP release show, you know, at a small little dive bar, man. But it was a lot of fun, you know. If you don't get nervous, it's probably not fun anymore. I don't know, you know. To me, I get nervous every show, still to this day, you know, to an extent. So the Stone Temple Pilot show, I don't think I got any more nervous than I usually do. It was really a lot of fun, but it's such a bigger crowd and it's such a bigger stage. It's kind of hard to see people, you know, when you're in an intimate place. They're right up there, you know, in front of that, so you can see every expression they make. Like,
Yeah.
well,
That's true.
but
Our EP release show was just on Saturday, and I did get weirdly nervous for that one. I think I had a lot of personal like friends there, and that makes me more nervous than anything when it's people we know personally that see us either for the first time or they bring their friends. That's a little nerve-wracking. Playing in front of strangers is a lot easier.
Wow.
So yeah, we kind of probably get nervous for the gigs that you think we wouldn't typically get nervous for.
That makes sense. So did you get to meet? Did you get to meet the band at all, or
No, we were like
No.
ships passing the night. The host of the Bike Week wanted to introduce us, but as soon as we were getting off, like there was no, like they were already loading up to get on. So they tried, but it just didn't
they're
happen.
one of my all-time favorite bands too.
same?
So,
Oh my
like,
God, yeah.
I really wanted to meet them, but you know, I'm just happy we got to play with them, you know, and share a stage with them. That was
It
awesome.
was really cool. They
Really
shouted us
incredible.
out on stage after, and it was really cool.
Very cool. Alexis?
I think they answered my question. I was going to ask, you know, do they ever get nervous on these shows, especially people you know?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, that's always the, like, if family members show up or like friends of ours personally, colleagues, that's a little bit nerve-wracking because I feel like
Mhm.
I always say it's like a different version of us. Like me and him are actually both pretty reserved, I would say, but on stage you can't be. So it's kind of like a different version of us. So
Yeah,
that's always kind of nerve-wracking to bring to people that you know in your personal life.
absolutely.
That's pretty cool. And
Yeah.
Alexis had mentioned more states. So of course, every time you come on, I got to ask the same question: when the hell are you coming back to Pennsylvania? When are you performing out here in Philadelphia?
We are talking about a way to maybe raise some funds or do a, you know, kind of thing for a. We really want a tour van is what we really want. That's kind of our goal. One that we can comfortably be in and just go when we want to go, because flying, I mean, between cost of tickets, let alone transporting gear now, it's so ridiculous. And the live music industry is unfortunately not paying what it was, and that's no one's fault but Live Nation, truly, if you want to get into that. But you know, even the promoters and the venues, they can't do much about it. So it's kind of it's definitely trickier than it would be like even like 5 years ago. I feel like it still would have been easier. So once we figure out a way that makes sense for us to travel like that, then East Coast is the first place we'll be going.
We're here for it. Be East Coast. Your first stop is Philly, correct?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely, man.
No,
I can't
it's
wait
gonna
to
be
go back there and
Texas.
play. Oh yeah, we got Texas too.
Mm.
I'm excited. I just want to go everywhere. I want to play. That's what I want to do. I want to go and play and just lose myself, man. That's what I want.
I don't blame you. I don't know if I ever asked this question in this capacity, but I will now. When you guys were with Hollywood Gods and Monsters, did you see each other and think like, this is a person that I want to kind of jam with the rest of my life? I love their style, love their approach, etc., etc. Or did it kind of come like after you kind of started your relationship? At what point did you realize that you two are your future in music and in life?
It was pretty early for me. I mean, I was We gelled real fast. I mean, we were the only instrumentalists, I guess, in HEM. So we spent a lot of time together, just going over the songs, doing that kind of stuff, and we just gelled, man. And musically, it was and it was kind of in the back of our minds, the whole time. But she had just moved out here, so we were trying to get established as HEM. And but that was a thought that we had, and when the opportunity presented itself, it was like we ran with it. This is her idea. This is her. She's the heart and soul of this band. I mean, I'll tell you that right now. So we're very lucky, me and my bandmates, to have her leading
That's
this
awesome.
chart. Yeah,
It's cool for me. I've been in, Jeff, a lot of bands, but this is the first one I've been able to have creative input, like a lot of creative input in. So I think it's really special for all of us, but I think for you and I especially, because we've both been in bands, hired guns or brought in as a non-original member. So this is something that I feel like was meant to happen one way or another.
yeah,
So.
it's cool to see too, because in HEM we were just kind of we had our role, I guess, and that's what it was. And so when we started doing our original project, she just came out of her shell. The marketing, the band name, the ideas just started flowing, so it was like, and it was just really a lot of fun from then on. It's not even been a year yet, so we're really excited for the next year, and see what we can do. A lot of really high profile gigs are coming our way right now, so we're like super stoked.
And I tell you, from the first time she came on our little podcast here, first time out, you were cool, Rachel. You're like, it's cool you have me. Like, I'm not this big star, but, I love local artists. And then, like I said, you said shortly after, like, I'm going to get it. I'm going to make my move. And I think I even shared a message with you on Facebook, like, oh, man, don't leave us. You don't understand. I got to do this. I know it's what I need in life. And bingo. Do you ever look back and think, man, what if I made one little decision the other way?
Yeah, I mean, the way I got here is really dramatic and really kind of funny looking back on it now. And if certain things didn't happen the way they did, that at that time I thought, when I moved out here, there was a lot of stuff that was going on in my personal life that, like, I was kind of just like, screw it, I'm done, like, I'm moving. So it's like, if that stuff didn't happen, that felt so negative at that time, and so, like, I just need to get away, like, I wouldn't be here, which is really kind of crazy, like romantic breakups, band breakups, all this stuff that I'm like, screw it, like, I'm done. I was in such like a actually kind of like negative mental space there, and now I'm like, thank God that happened. This stuff that I thought was like destroying my life at like 21 years old is now what brought me here. So I'm like, thank God that did happen.
Yes, the definitely the silver lining in the dark cloud, for sure.
For sure.
Alexis, go ahead, get in there with something new. Can you hear us? Oh, I might have lost Alexis.
I can hear you.
Can y'all hear me?
We can hear you. Can you hear us?
My sound's out.
This happened to her earlier too. Yeah, we lost her earlier too. Well, I'll tell you what. Ask a question. I'm telling her like she can hear me when she just said she can't hear me, and that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Right. 8 years of doing this, and I'm still a freaking disaster. I swear to God. And that's why I thank people to come back on a few times, because, Jesus. Let's go back a little bit with the new EP, the writing process. Being so close and seeing each other every day, and I've mentioned this before with your singles, is it harder to write music, like you're really worried about how the other one's going to perceive it? Or is it easier because you're there and you get easier chance to change it?
It's easier, I think, because we get to bounce ideas off each other. If I'm writing a riff or I'm writing some lyrics, I'll always ask her, hey, what does this sound like? And then if she doesn't like it, she'll let me know, and she's very honest, which is good. That's what we need as a band. You know what I mean? Honesty when it comes to that kind of stuff, so it's really, the creative process is really fun, and it's a lot easier than it's been in the past, I think, for me and other bands, So, and this is kind of a band that I get to do a lot of songwriting, and a lot of things. And I'm experimenting with different things. I'm writing to beats. I'm writing to, uh, you know, my guitar or whatever, however, whatever the process is. But there's a lot that goes into it that I used to not do, So it's a lot funner.
More fun.
More fun. It's a lot funner.
It's okay. Hey,
It's more funner. Definitely.
It's more funner to me too. I like that. And like I said, go out and do it any way you do it and any way you like it because it's working because you already have music ready for like another EP, got the EP out, got singles, so you're killing it. You're doing an awesome job, and the music is absolutely great. I freaking love it. And, Rachel, was funny. A couple weeks ago, my wife went down into the city, saw like one of your former bands, and I'm like, yeah, Rachel's better than you.
You
my
saw
wife said,
who I think you saw?
she did. I didn't make it that night. She went down.
Woo!
It was Lady White Rat was on the bill, and Fat Mez was on the bill, who's really big around here now, and a couple other bands, one that you very well know. And she's like, yeah, they're nowhere near as good as Rachel's band. I love Rachel's band. She's a big fan of yours too,
Aww.
and I love that. Yeah, she's definitely a big fan. And I'll tell you what, watching you guys develop as everything, a love story, a band story, the moves you make, the way you inspire each other. It's just amazing. It's heartwarming to me to see you guys do it. There's a song, Angel in Black. Is that an ode to Rachel from B? Is that like a little, I love you thing?
Yeah,
Rachel's making, you're allowed to be romantic sometimes, Rachel. Doesn't hurt.
Yeah, fully. I mean, I think anybody can listen to the lyrics and go, oh.
Yeah.
But yeah, totally.
I think you wrote that before King Cherry was even like really wheels on the ground kind of thing.
I did, actually.
Yeah, you kind of wrote that as like a side thing. And then once we started King Cherry, it was kind of like we were deciding if we wanted to record it or keep it like, just like a cute little thing he did. And then we decided it was really good and we wanted to.
It's a little different flavor, It's got a little bit of country. It's got a little bit of, rock. I mean, it's a different type of song than our others, It's got bongos in there, So it's really, it's really fun to record. So
it's definitely a good one. I'm going to try scooting Alexis out of here for a second and have her sign back in and see, because she just lost sound out of nowhere. I love to see excitement, see what you guys do. King Cherry comes to the house and everything just freezes and gets nervous. You guys are that big. Vegas is a town to talk about a lot, and why not? What is the love of Vegas? Is it kind of like your home away from home? Do you really just love it?
You know what's so cool about it is exactly is that. I mean, when we sat down, we were like, okay, what's the marketing brand concept of this? Something about the band name King Cherry immediately made my mind go to Vegas. It just has like this Vegas-y casino kind of feel.
Sure, yeah.
If you look at our logo, it's our big skeleton with the slot machine and the Vegas sign and all the stuff. And we didn't even really have plans to go to Vegas a ton then. But we got booked for our first show there. And then just, I don't know. Like, I don't know how to say this without sounding like cocky, but like the reception there and like, I don't know. It just kind of, it's really our home way for home. I think we have like 3 gigs lined up there in the next few months. One really, really cool that I don't know if I can like.
Is it not? It's confirmed.
It's confirmed.
Yeah. It's on Fremont Street. It's like one of the main stages, like right on Fremont Street, which is really cool. And there's just a ton of people there, You're
going to be outside playing on Fremont Street?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. That is incredible because that is the mecca of the action.
Yeah.
And Alexis, I don't know if you've ever been to Vegas, but Fremont Street is where all the action is. So congratulations again. And B, thank you, because every time you come on, Rachel gives me this, I don't think we can.
What I can announce. I am so scared of getting in trouble for like saying the wrong thing that I'm just like, I always look at him. I'm like, can we say this? Like, but that's we have that on the books for September, and then we're playing at our home venue in Vegas backstage in October, I believe. We're waiting on confirmation for that, but that sounds pretty likely. And then we have a gig in Laughlin, Nevada, at the end of October as well. So it literally is becoming our second home. And like we've made a family there. And now they come out to Arizona to see us. And it's really, really cool and unexpected.
We have a show on August 1st, and it's actually both our birthday shows.
Oh,
Yeah, so it's on August 1st. We have two of the Vegas bands coming out and playing with us. Two of the bands that we know, really good bands.
Hey!
Yeah.
So, okay, I have to, sorry, sidetrack. Random, I don't know how to say it, I'm gonna sound stupid. Harry? So his name is Anthony. He is King Cherry's graphic designer. All of our merch, all of our album artwork, he does. And I can't even tell you how many compliments we get on that stuff. And he is so stupidly talented.
Oh yeah.
Super successful, works on a bunch of different shows that the anime lovers of the world would know. But yeah, so I had to give him a shout out because I literally don't think our brand would be what it is at all without his help.
Yeah, he's incredible. He really
definitely cool
really
stuff. I was trying to contemplate between a regular picture of the band or the graphics, and I didn't go with the graphics this time, which I usually do. So shame on me, I blew it. And he even came in and watched my show, and I didn't show his graphics. When I tell you I suck at this, Alexis, I suck at this. Alexis, get in there with King Cherry and ask a little something while I sit here and revel in my stupidity.
So how many shows do you guys have lined up? You said 3 in Vegas?
We have 3 Vegas, Nevada shows. We have 1 here, and then we have, this is really cool. I don't know for next month. I don't know if this is like a private event yet. We don't have a lot of details on it just yet. It's, you know how like the house party kind of thing is making a comeback?
Yeah.
Like All American so that's spreading here, and we got asked to do a house party show kind of thing, and that's a first for all of us as a
Wow.
we're really excited for that.
Well, it's really cool because it's the sound company that did sound for the STP show, and it's the girl that was running. Yeah, she was running the front of house and did our sound, and they're having this big blowout party in Phoenix.
Wow.
Really flattering when I got from her. She's a sweetheart. So I was like, absolutely yes, without a doubt. That sounds so fun and very different from what we've been doing, which is what we want. We want different experiences, different content. So we have that. Then we have our birthday show, August 1st.
Oktoberfest.
Then I really don't know if we can talk about yet. So
Well, there's a lot.
There's a lot
of Oktoberfest.
Yeah, October's
Pick a state.
Yeah, October's gonna be a busy month for us, and September is kind of shaping up to be. So yeah, we have a lot confirmed and a lot in the air. I mean, every day it's something new. I am stressed out beyond belief, but in like a really good, fun way. I don't know.
Wow,
And,
house party. That sounds fun. I'm in.
Yeah, heck yeah. It'll be fun for sure. The house party I'm really excited for.
I am too. That one's.
I brought it to the guys because I got the message about it, and I'm like, I don't know how they're gonna feel about this. I'm all about it. And then I brought it to them, and they were like, hell yeah. I'm like, okay, cool.
I've not played a house party in God knows how long. So yeah, I mean, especially that. You know, the sound person for STP is going to bring it, man.
Sound person for not even the bike week. I mean, she's an awesome girl around my age.
Yeah.
So it was really flattering, you know, that she thinks her friends and her peers would dig us. So we were all about that.
And don't forget the Yo Show exclusive coming this April. King Cherry will be playing at my house for my birthday. I bet nobody knew that. Bet they didn't even know that. I'm confirming it.
Sure, throw it on the calendar. Why not?
Well, I'm flying in.
All right, come on in. Definitely more room for the merry. But again, you guys are doing so great. And another EP. Any idea when we're going to see more music, or just kind of slow yourself down, Jeff? Because you know Jeff always wants to be 3 or 4 steps ahead.
We are kind of. I mean, I was joking with the guys the other day. We have like 3 or 4 new songs, I think, ready to like go, and we're gonna start playing them live. I think the goal is at the birthday show in August. And they're so good. I love these new songs so much that I'm like kind of already over the EP. I'm like, cool. Like I'm done. Like, that's great. That was fun. But it like just came out last weekend. So I'm like, I really got to like relax a little bit. But we're in a constant cycle, like to where, we just write and create all the time, which is a blessing and a curse because I really should be excited and celebrating this EP, but I'm kind of just like, let's move on to the next one. So I don't know how long we're going to promote and kind of sell this EP for. After that, I think I know what single we'd be releasing. And then we got a music video upcoming to go along with the EP. So we're going to ride that wave a little bit. So who knows?
Yeah, we did. The music video should be out,
Soon.
hopefully soon. I mean, it's been in the editing room for a minute now, so we're
the music
really
video is
looking
literally like it's like a horror movie. So the editing process is taking a little bit longer than like a typical, you know what I mean, kind of thing. And we're in the process now of planning the promo for that, because when that comes out, we're really going to push that and see where that can take us as far as exposure goes.
I tell every band to do a little video, even if it's a live on stage thing or anything like that, especially YouTube. Like Pretty People definitely do videos. You know what I mean? We want to see you pretty people on stage rocking the hell out and kicking ass. I wanted to give a shout out, a heart emoji from Bridget Gatcha. Of course, Bridget, local our area. And she was a co-host on our show once before, actually twice before, I think. And she's amazing. I love her. And she said, I love Rachel. Who doesn't love Rachel? She is badass. So you guys got the love from coast to coast, and I think it's absolutely amazing. We're almost at the end already. Gotta go so damn fast.
Yeah, it does go fast.
Alexis, do you have anything, a last question for the duo?
I don't. I'm excited, I'm going to start listening in, waiting for tour.
Yeah,
I
think
out Central like coming to Texas, because we're in.
Heck yeah, Texas is gonna be fun. I think our next goal, after we push these next couple things, is really looking into tour planning and just seeing what's reasonable and what works. Because you can only play your market so much. So we're really getting to the point where we're like itching and scratching to break out a little bit. And Vegas was a great first intro into that. And, I mean, we have touring experience from H&M. We did travel a lot in that band. So now that him and I, it's our entity, and we're trying to figure out how to do it in a way that doesn't put anyone in a stressful position, because touring can be a lot. Touring can be a lot, and
our drummer, he does a lot of touring as well. Art. So I think we're all have experience in that. So.
And how many dogs and cats and kids does he have?
Go ahead.
He has quite a few children.
Okay, quite a few. Ooh,
one or two.
That's quite a few.
More
like
than
2?
Above 5.
Yeah. He's a good dad. He's a good dad.
I have 3. I can't keep up.
I know. I got 5. But you know what, though? Alexis.
Marshall has 0.
Marshall 0.
Yeah.
And Arturo makes it work. He's a very present father and does music full time. So I'm like, you know what?
Oh, that's good.
He's a drummer.
Yeah.
We're very, very lucky. Actually, this band, everyone in this band gets along so well, man. So we're
good.
Super stoked. And it's not like everyone's kind of laid back, and but business gets taken care of.
Yeah.
Sure.
We're definitely
and let him know that his 5 kids are going to be the future of King Cherry after you guys finally retire. So keep popping them kids out.
Yeah.
I'm a mess. Everybody out there, I want to remind you can find King Cherry right now not right now, after the show, Facebook, King Cherry. Instagram is King Cherry Official. Their music is on Apple Music. I know, because I got it all here. Spotify, YouTube. The brand new EP, Royal Flesh, is out now. The goal, the dream, everything that Rachel had told us is coming true. B is along and being amazing. The 2 of you are freaking awesome. Support you 100%. And like I said, there's venues out here that would love to have you in Philly. That Harrow's Casino in Chester, open up the block. It's a great venue. Anywhere. Yeah. Come out and love us so we can love you back.
I know. I miss home. We really got to make that a priority.
Yep. Love you guys following everywhere. JD Wolf, thank you, dude. Thank you very much for that. And thank you, King Cherry, for following me on Instagram. Hey, man.
Thank you,
That's
guys. Thank you both.
Is that your cousin? Yeah, I love that hat. I need that hat.
Boss.
He is the boss. Let's give a little round of applause for King Cherry, Rachel, and B. And guys, thank you for always being so receptive and so quick to respond and come on with us. It's never going to be enough times. I said it's like 5 or 6 times between the two. It's never enough. I love you guys to death. We'll be looking out for the new stuff, this stuff, I'm going to play more stuff later tonight here on the program. Have a great night, both of you. Rachel, Bello, B. Jennings, King Cherry. I'm going to give them another round of applause, Dan.
Give myself a round of
Yeah, congratulations, you
Thank you
guys.
both very much.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. Have a great night. Everybody, you know them by now, Rachel and B, and two of my favorites. And Alexis, I was always a fan of Rachel here in Philly, and I didn't go into Philly enough to see bands. Townships, counties up this way. Thank you. And that's where I go to see a lot of the bands. And then found her through social media, of course. Started following her, started listening, loving her stuff. And one day she's like, I'm leaving. What? But like I said, she had a goal. She had a dream. She's fulfilling it. What do you think? They're a fun time.
Yeah, for sure. Very they seem very down to earth people. You know, so many artists get caught up in the music and forget who they are, and it seems like they haven't done that, and it's good.
It is good.
Makes me want to watch them even more, you know?
Right? There's some guests I get on, and Rachel and B certainly fall into the category. There's certain guests I get on that I almost don't want to let them go.
Yeah.
But I say, look, it's a half hour, and we let them get their time in, and afterwards I'm like, oh, I missed them already.
Oh no.
So instead of missing them, let's play another song. Instead of missing them, King Cherry, of course, is the band. The brand new EP, Royal Flesh, is out right now. Let's do this one. This is the ode that we talked about. This is Angel in Black. I have no clue who the song is supposed to be about, but I'll give you a hint. She's carrying a cat. She's got long black hair and dark angel wings. King Cherry, Angel in Black. This is the O Show with Jeff and Alexis. We'll be back in about 4.5 minutes. Enjoy the music. This is the O Show, and Alexis is killing it. We'll be right back.
Black cat on my porch, but
Angel in Black is the song. King Cherry is the band. Tonight's guest. That was absolutely terrific. Romantic, no? Alexis still with us?
Yep.
Okay,
Can
making
you-
sure. Just making sure. We had the live happens thing happen a few times tonight, but you're here, and I'm having a great time. You're a lot of fun. We're gonna do a couple things real quick. First of all, some news, some sad news, and yeah, we do sad stuff here too. I know it's not all just bubbles and smiles and all that. We do want to send our condolences, rest in peace to a legend, Sly Stone of Sly and the Family Stone. Of course, a master of the rock, funk, fusion kind of music and stuff that was really innovative. Tough loss, a great artist. Lived a great long life though, so you can't look back and say, oh, so young. He really lived a great life, had great music, really made his mark on his career. Were you a fan at all?
I don't know who it is.
Okay, all right. You're allowed. That is okay. Keep in
But
mind,
I'm gonna go and see who it is. You know, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go after this episode. So
keep in mind, I'm a music junkie. There's nothing about music that I shy away from. So now that we got the news out, let's do our new feature. And I thought I put a banner on. I did. Beer of the week. So what I do is I go to one of my local craft beer stores. I pick something new, something I've never tried, or something that's a new release, etc. So this is new to me. And the reason why I want to do this, Alexis, because I love, as I mentioned to you before, I love gut reaction. I love the initial reaction, real reaction. That's why we do live. This little number tonight is by Iron Hill Brewery, which I'll tell everybody who's in the area is a very big brewery, getting bigger and bigger, like 3 locations, restaurants, the whole 9 yards. So this could make or break the Yo Show in Philadelphia with the turnout of this beer. Alexis, I'm actually nervous as shit. I didn't realize when I picked it out, but now I'm looking at it like, wow, this is the problem. Although you can't hate it. It's called Philly Favorite. It's got a nice little backdrop of Philadelphia. And born and raised. So, you know. How can we love it? Let's see if we get a little synopsis. There we go. This hazy beer may be a New England style IPA, which is my favorite. But its spirit is pure Philly. Brewed with flake oats and wheat, it brings tropical and pine flavors almost as intense as your passion for the home team. Wow, that's good. From tailgates, living rooms, this beer brings the brotherly love. How about it? Let's get in. Are you ready, Alexis?
I'm ready.
I should have sent Alexis one too.
Throw me one too.
She's right. You're a wine drinker, though.
Especially not an IPA. I don't like that.
There's like this being a New England style. I like those better. West Coast is very bitter. Tough to deal with. Here we go. Our first ever. When I lose the thing right there, it is our first ever beer of the week, and I've got beer all over everything. Cheers.
Cheers.
I'm going to tell you, gut reaction is this is pretty good. This is one I could drink throughout the night. It has very little of that hoppy, because everybody's like, hoppy. It's got the New England style, the haze. You can taste the citrus.
Ooh, I do like citrus, so.
Citrus. You do get that little bit of pine. You get the hops pine, but a nice citrus taste. We'll do it on a 5-point system. And I'll go... Let's go 4.1 out of 5. Now let's go 3.9 out of 5. Let's not jump. Let's not jump to the bullshit. 3.9 out of 5 for Philly Favorite IPA by Iron Hill Brewery.
Nice.
And the other catch, Alexis, that I'll tell you from when you come back for future episodes, love it or hate it. Another part of this segment is I got to finish it. So by the end of the night, it's got to be done.
Good. I like it. Finish it.
Oh, I'm going to finish it. Oh, my God, I'm not going to chug it. I like her, ladies and gentlemen. I like her a lot.
You like to be loud. You like to party. So.
I do have to work tomorrow, too. But
Yeah, I forgot we have other jobs too.
Not by choice. All right. God, I love it. She's so evil. She's a little bit of devil horns in that, sweet innocent smile of hers. Finish it! Like screaming it. She's sitting there kind of smiling and, that's nice. Finish it! Like just screaming at me. Like you have no choice, asshole. Drink that beer. Do you,
Oh,
do you do that when you go out with your husband? Because my wife, we like to go out and let loose.
yeah.
And the only thing we worry about is, excuse me, if we drive far enough, who's going to drive? So it's almost like a race. I'll go to the bathroom, she'll sneak a shot. Vice versa, she'll go to the bathroom, I'll sneak a shot. Because, you want to be the non-responsible one who doesn't have to drive home. Excuse
Right.
me. Ghost in Machine, if you can find it there. Great IP. I'm writing this down. I always write notes.
And that's my husband.
What is up, husband? I apologize in advance. You've got a great young lady here. She has a lot of fun. Like I said, when I first seen her intro on these podcast pages and tuned in right away, I'm like, yeah, she's got a great upbeat personality. And you responded pretty quick, and I'm like, sweet, this is going to be a lot of fun. I'm having a blast. I do have to work tomorrow, but I'm thinking about keeping it until like 6 a.m. As long as you're cool with that.
Yeah, no, when we go out, my husband's always the DD.
Sorry, bro.
I don't hold back. I like to party.
Why not? And who doesn't? And you earned it. So we talked about our other jobs, of course. Mine is very stressful. I don't know if you mentioned what you did, and if you did, I missed it and I apologize. Do you want to discuss kind of what you do outside of being a great podcast host?
So I am a medical assistant for a specialist, ear, nose, and throat specialist. So work close side by side with the doctor. He's great. But awesome. I deal with patients all day.
Yeah.
I'm a very people person. So
my wife is a nurse, I know, and she works at a local senior facility. So the seniors are even tougher, and she does a great job. And I admire anybody in the medical field. So I admire what you do. I admire what she does. It's a talent. It's a gift, really, to be so compassionate and caring. It's a lot.
Yeah, for sure. Especially, them seniors. They can be kind of mean sometimes. So I can just about imagine.
So Blake, I'm going to tell you, stay the DD, dude. He earns it. I shouldn't say that to my wife, saying, "Oh, I heard that you're going to let Alexis drink, but I don't get to drink." Hey, she's going away to Aruba with her friends in a couple weeks. She's going out to Colorado for her cousin's wedding in a couple months. So she travels. I'm actually going to San Diego for TwitchCon, and I wanted to ask Rachel McVeigh. I knew there was the question I wanted to ask. I wanted to ask her about, almost knocked the beer over. I wanted to ask her about going to TwitchCon. I'm a mess tonight. All right.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Before we do anything else, we're going to talk a little bit about this wonderful new thing that I've experienced and I enjoy. Let me find it. There it is. It is called A Little Bit Allexis podcast. I'm going to run the scroll down the bottom, let you know where you can find her. Alexis, tell us a little bit something about the show and your goals and what it's about and how you got into it. Tell us a little bit of everything about this excellent podcast that you have coming up.
Yeah, guys. So I'm the host, Alexis Chasson of the podcast. I drop every Sunday a new episode. So I got started while I'm at work, and I talk everyone's heads off. And one of my coworkers were like, "It's like listening to a podcast all day. A Little Bit Allexis all day." So I was like, you know what? That sounds like a plan. I think I'm gonna start a podcast. I'm gonna do this. And back history, I've cut commercials with my dad as growing up. He talks on the radio, does commercials, and so I have that background of being comfortable. I guess I can thank him for that personality, because my mom's a total opposite. Doesn't talk much, nothing like that. But Yeah, so I drop every Sunday, and I talked a little bit about breaking generational curses. That's just something big about me. So I have some that it's singles, and then I'll get a guest speaker, and I'm nosy. So when people like to be vulnerable on camera, I just like to ask those deep conversations to see, what they struggled with in life and how they can break their generational curses, and, some advice. But yeah, that's what I like to talk about. I like to dig deep into people's heads, get them thinking.
I like that, and your approach for that is pretty cool because you do, and I don't mean this in a bad way. You come off very innocent, but it's also welcoming for somebody to share a deep secret. Now you get into, and correct me if I'm wrong. A lot of people, guest co-hosts, guests, etc. Like, I really like your personality. This is me. This is real me. It seems like you can easily get sucked into your personality. The way you
Hmm.
are, you're carrying a smile, you're talking very confident and warming and like, yeah, I want to know. I want to know because we need to know. It's almost like the feel I get in watching you. That's good
Yeah,
though, because it lets people say, "Oh, well, she needs to know." Well, here it is. Do you feel that?
I do. I do. And I like when people are very vulnerable, Sometimes people need to get things off their chest. It might help them the next day. It's just a good feeling, and if you can help others who are going through the same, um, I love it. This
That's
is,
right. Do
and
you?
I wish I can do it live, but sometimes, the waterworks are just coming in, and but I would love to do it live, 100%.
Try it sometime. And I'm gonna be honest with you. When I don't, I have God. My audience eventually is gonna rip me live, recorded, whatever. I've cried on this show. I've cried a few times. Things get to me. I love being emotional. I love real and deep and that kind of stuff. And like I said, when I was talking about Angel in Black, I held my ground pretty good because I've talked to Rachel and B so many times before. If this was
Yeah.
the first time, I'd be like, that song is so about her. Oh my God. And I've done it before. So it's okay to be vulnerable. Do you think in your short run so far, you haven't been on that long, right?
No, I just started this about a month ago. Month or
Okay.
two ago. Yeah.
Have you noticed so far anybody saying like, oh, don't let people be so weak, stand tough, hide your feelings a little bit? No.
No, not
Right, you
yet
don't.
anyway.
No, right, okay. And you don't have to hide your freaking feelings. Stop with that. I mean, I'm not saying like totally break down and melt, but tell somebody you're sad. Tell somebody like you had a bad day. Me and my wife
Yeah.
have, I always told my wife early on, like, I always want to be positive for you. And there's times I'm like, this day sucked. Or she'll come in
Yeah.
like, man, this day sucked. And it's okay.
Absolutely. Yep. I'm always the high end strong person. My husband's can be stressed out, and I just come home happy go lucky. I have a few patients that walk in, ask them how they're doing, and they're like, "How can you be so happy?" You know, it's like, you know, half of these patients I want to ask, come on my podcast. Can you come be guest on my podcast? What's going on? You know, what can
Yeah.
I help you with today? I almost feel like a therapist. Should have
Well,
went to
man.
school for it, but
Hey, never say never. Um, Never ask a woman her age, but I assume you're more than young enough to pursue college again and get back out there. Because it seems like you got it. You got a good head on your shoulders. And I say it a lot because back in the day, I'll tell this story real quick. No offense to your husband, I'm sure he's a great guy. But
no.
back in the day, guys used to call this the Hot Girl Podcast. I'm like, what? Yeah, it always seems like you're trying to get attractive women, whether they're artists or co-hosts. And Jewel, my former, who's trying to make her way back, gorgeous. And my wife's like, hey, you know what you're doing. You're having a good time. And my wife even said, like, none of these girls ever come on your show are going to want to touch you.
Oh no. No.
But there's a little bit of everything, and I preach things like I'm this great podcast guy, but appearance, reality, confidence, delivery is all a big part of it. And the people
Mm-hmm.
that watch me regularly always say, like, oh, this was funny that night. This was good that night. I like the way you talked about this that night. Because if I'm just going to sit here and be like, here's the band. I like their song. Guess what? People are going to like, okay, this blows. I'm out of here.
Yeah, done. Gone.
Right?
Yeah, for sure. And you know, with my generation, I'm a millennial, and I guess that's what I want to dive deeper into with my podcast episodes eventually is, appearance isn't everything. We shouldn't judge a book by its cover, and cuz anyone under 30, I have no idea what they're saying ever. It's just like I don't. And some of them are considered millennials too. So just trying to
True.
break the generational curses, how we were grown up, and it's tough out there, so many people hide their stories.
Yeah, they do. And not always you need to. I mean, people got skeletons. And if you want to hide your skeletons, I get that. But
Yeah,
like I said, the regular emotion you feel every day, let it rip, man. People are there for it, whether you think so or not.
right.
Excuse me, I'm belchy tonight. It must be the new
Man,
beer.
Jeff, I'm gonna have to get you on my podcast.
I would love to come on, absolutely, and I would be a little more broken down. I've been interviewed by other podcast people before, and I watched back. I'm like, wow, I was very subdued. I do like to tell my story, but let me know. I would love it.
Yeah,
I actually
absolutely.
I get
We'll
a
get you on.
all right, absolutely. I get a good feel about all this stuff. I do want to get to this. This was, I mean, I had other topics, and if I get to them, I do. If
Yeah.
I don't, I don't, because we're back tomorrow night, by the way. Don't forget to join us again at 8 o'clock. Stephanie Grace, an awful, oh my God, an awesome, wow. You can see how the beer's kicking in. Stephanie Grace, an awesome local artist, will be on our program talking about her new song coming out next week. And we're going to talk about her career. And Cheyenne Edinger will be back as our guest co-host. You know Cheyenne by now. Actually, she's co-host. She's actually part of the family. Alexis, I'll let you know that once you Yosho, once you're family. So you're now Yosho family. You're in.
Yay!
I'm the horrible uncle that doesn't know when to stop drinking and shutting up, and there's that. When you decided to get into a podcast, did you tell us a little something about your ideals, your creativity, how you wanted to do it? Because I did notice, and like I did a little montage of some of your photos that I found on your page.
Yeah.
First one's very cool. That kind of, hi, it's me. This is how I deliver. Next couple were kind of like business slash fun slash, appeal. Do you work on ideas? Do you discuss with your husband ideas? Or you're just like, okay, this is what I'm going to do because I think this works.
No, I do it all, and then I just unfold everything to my husband, and he's kind of the on the back end with editing. I record, I bring it to him, and he does his magic on everything. Um, no, I plan a week ahead of everything. So I'm always a week ahead of what
Okay.
I want to talk about. And, you can only talk about generational curses, confidence, self worth for so long, before you can have to jump to a different topic. So
Yeah.
I guess that's what I'm kind of working on. But I do want it to be about life, and getting guest speakers has helped me as well. Because I don't have to unload all of that by myself, interaction with, I notice a lot of listeners want to listen in and hear other stories. They're nosy, but they won't ask.
Okay.
Like it's almost like they come with a story, and you come with a story, but there's that one person that's going to stand out and ask a question that you were thinking about asking, but you were too, you don't want to ask because you're like, oh, that's too
Right.
much of my business. But I enjoy it. I am very nosy, and people that know me personally know I don't shut up. I'm very nosy. I want to know all the business. So just worked out. I like it. I enjoy it for sure. It's a lot of
And
work too.
it is. Thank you. It is a lot of work. It's good work. Like there's nights I'm like, oh man, I gotta type everything out. My wife's like, oh, see, you're killing yourself 2 nights a week. I'm like, no, I don't mean it bad. Like I gotta type it out, but I like
Yeah.
it. I like finding stories to talk about. I like finding little quirky articles, and just random stuff and doing like, are you like me? Which you absolutely clever tonight, by the way. We're a lot alike. That's a good thing. Um,
Yeah.
so stuff like that is fun. I like having fun doing it. Like I said, being that, I guess I'll bring up next. Being into a little bit of deeper topics, how do you find the way to make it lighter and fun? You bring people in, you say, all right, bleed it out to me and let me know, but put a fun twist on it. Because, like I said, so far, after seeing a little bit of it, your smile's always present. You speak very well. How do you add the fun to that? Because that's big. People need to know that discussing their life issues can also be fun.
Yeah. I would say so. I only had one guest speaker so far, and um, just when he talked about his past, some of it was funny, and like some stuff I've never even heard of, or like how he used his generational curses. It was obesity, and then now he's like super skinny, and it's hard for him to like gain weight, I guess, now. And you don't know, like
Poor
some
guy.
things happen. Yes, yeah, or like excuse the listeners by what I'm fixing to say, but so he moved out of to another country and lost his wallet. Well, he's telling me this sob story, and then he's like, "Yeah, well, the cops called, and I was smoking. I was like high as a kite. Just smoked a huge blunt, and the cops called me. You know, just interacting like that. Like you did drugs, but it was just funny. You know, like I don't. If you can make the if you can bring the fun out in your past, laugh about it because it's not who you are today. It shaped you into a better person. But I want to take your advice and start doing the get to know me card kind of things because that's really interesting.
Thank
Even
you.
if it was just little knick-knack questions, it's fun.
It's always
So
went over very well, and I just like to know what makes people tick on the level of not being robotic. Like, okay, what got you into this? What makes you do this? Blah
yeah.
blah blah. Like, what do you like? Like a little chocolate, like a little vanilla. You like being wild, you like being laid back. Like, I like stuff like that, and you were great at it. And I may have to retire the game unless somebody goes perfect. Because that was so. What is your vice? Do you like drinking? Do you vape? I vape. I don't know why the hell I started vaping.
Yeah, every now and then I'll beg my husband to hit his vape, but we drink. I mean, now that we moved to a different state and we just have our three kids, we I don't really have my family here to help babysit. So
Okay.
when we do go out somewhere, we'd hire a babysitter to come over and watch the kids for a little while we go have fun, or we just go to kid-friendly places and we'll just sit down and drink. Our favorites like brunch.
Oh
We like that
yes,
kind of thing. Yeah.
yes.
Nothing's better than, a fried egg and some toast with a margarita.
Margarita. What? No mimosa? You go right for the jugular.
I do like mimosas, but over here they make a margarita it's like a mimosa margarita. It's
Oh
so
my
good.
god.
It's like everything mixed.
Yeah, give me the details. This I need to hear of because I got to introduce it to this area. My wife will faint.
Yeah, it's really good. And you basically so you make everything like the margarita mix. We like them frozen, but you can do it on the rocks. Then you add a champagne bottle, like the small mini ones, you add it in there
Yeah. Oh.
upside down, and then you add some if you want juice or you want orange juice. So we like peach juice when we do them here, but you can do orange juice in there. So good.
Oh my god. When I
But
talk
it'll
about
knock
going
you on
back.
your feet.
Oh, I'm sure when I talk about going back and watching episodes, I got to go back to this And let me get it. It was 9:32 at night, so I know what point to go back to and get the recipe. My wife is gonna faint when she hears about that. That is, man, that's awesome. It's kind of like there's a place here, Joe's Crab Shack. They make a
Joe's
beer.
Crab Shack?
Joe's Crab Shack, yeah.
I've never ate there, but I've heard of that place.
And they make a beer arita. Well, they'll have a margarita, a little clip, and a bottle of beer. Usually it's Corona. So I guess it's similar to that champagne.
Yeah.
God, I want that. Alexis, you're the freaking greatest. I am like banging it, calling it now. Alexis will be your new host every Tuesday and Wednesday. I'll just be watching.
Take me. I'll do it.
You're great.
That's
You
it.
really
I
are.
mean, it's crazy that you do it twice a week, you know?
I love it so much. This is like my highlight. Like I sit at work all day, miserable, getting yelled at, being bored, and I'm like, yeah, but tonight's Tuesday. And then like tomorrow night, like, yeah, tonight's Wednesday now. And I always talk about it with Jewel. When Jewel was my coach, we'd always say, I live for freaking Tuesday nights. Because I don't know about you, and you're still a little new yet, but I feel like for 2 hours I'm a celebrity.
Yeah.
A
Yeah.
little bit.
It,
All right.
it boosts your confidence. I like
It
it.
does. And people are like, God, you're so great. How do you get the nerve up to do it? Like King Cherry said, I still get nervous before every single episode. I announce bands on stage sometimes for different shows. I MC. I get nervous every freaking time. Every time.
Man, well, you're showing me different. You seem very confident. So,
Well, I had to be. When I invite other podcasters on my show, I can't be. Well, I can. It happens. So a little something we do. Don't hate me for it. Every week, Derek screams out for a little Sydney Sweeney montage. We had that as well. Kind of like our Alexis one. And we bring out, I think I lost it, Derek. Where'd it go? There it is. We bring out a little Sydney Sweeney for our guest. I mean, for our audience. All right, I'm obsessed. I'm sorry. That's my bad boy of the night.
so who is that?
That is Sydney Sweeney. She's an actress, one of the most popular actors right now. She, if you like that kind of thing, is wow, and I don't know. She actually made, and I'm going to tell you this, and you tell me, being a female, how either a marketing genius or absurd this sounds. So she made a soap. And one of the contents of her soap, as Derek just told us out, bathwater. Her used bathwater is part of this soap. Right, and I want you to hide your eyes. And people always say, how come you prefer a female co-host? This is why. I like the opposite thought process. For me, I'm like, oh my God, it's probably not even her bathwater, but it's Sydney Sweeney's and it's soap, so I might try it. How ridiculous or genius does it sound like to you?
I mean, I would never think about using that, but it is a good marketing for sure. Yeah. It's different. I've never heard of anyone doing that before, so
Let's go this. Let's say a Little Bit Allexis podcast gets on the level of Joe Rogan and you're making millions and millions of dollars. Would you make a Little Bit Allexis? Because if you think about it, a Little Bit Allexis is kind of a great name if your bathwater's in there, no? Would you do it?
Yeah, probably so.
Yeah, I would do it. Are you kidding me? I'd be putting beard hair in there and everything. I'd be putting like underarm deodorant crust in there and you name it. I'd be putting like the beer I sipped on.
Yeah, if only,
Right. Toe jam. I'm like putting everything in there. This is like the
Yeah.
nastiest. It doesn't make you clean. It's a soap though. Oh,
Yeah.
jeez. All right. So I want to do one more song and we'll come back and, God, 9:37 already. We're going to do one more song from King Cherry, tonight's awesome guest.
Okay.
And when I come back, we're going to kiss a little more ass about a Little Bit Alexis podcast because it's great and she's great and you've been awesome tonight. This is awesome. So we'll be back in a few minutes. Oh, absolutely. Thank you. You're a saint for putting up with all this nonsense. And when you get off, you're going to tell your husband, Jesus Christ, that guy is ridiculous. Down, down, down. So nice to say it 3 times is the song. King Cherry is the band. Royal Flesh is the brand new EP. This is the Yo Show with Jeff and his special guest co-host Alexis from a Little Bit Allexis podcast, who's absolutely amazing. We'll be back in about 4 minutes. Enjoy, get your cocktails, hit a vape, steal your husband's vape. We'll be right back. Holy shit. Down, down, down.
I
King
like that
Cherry.
one.
I love it, man. That's a goodie. And Rogan, you know, I love autocorrect. I love that shit to death. Well, I always said, like, I want to share my best autocorrect one time on the show. That was great. I know you meant Rogan, but thank you. That was great. The funny thing is, like, I never realized that the co-host and the host, etc., don't see each other. Like, I always think we see each other. I see you. You probably don't see me, right? When the music's
Yeah.
on. I see you in the box. I don't know about you, but when the music's on, I drink some beer. I vape a little bit. I dance. I headbang. I fixed things around here. The setup you're in now, is this your normal podcast setup?
No.
It's
So
not.
I'm in the process of making my garage into a studio. That's what I kind of want.
Nice.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
husband has one side with tools, and I'll have the other side.
I like that. Like, I wanted to do it in my basement. I said, this is my basement with all these ridiculous Funko Pops back here. We can even blow the screen up if you don't mind being up close. Jewel hates this. But yeah,
Yeah.
here's my Funko Pop wall. I'm a child, by the way. I'm a adult child. I got Funko Pops all over the place. But I wanted to, like, I said to my wife, like, the basement is the man cave. And I, nice big TV and I watch. But I kind of want to make it a studio. And even, like, open the doors to people like, hey, come in and sit on my wraparound couch. I'll sit here at a table and we'll do the show, chat, etc. Of course, my wife's like, on a work night, got people at your house. Please. You live once, Alexis.
One time, one life, no regrets.
One. Exactly. Roman Atwood did that in his garage, has a whole setup for podcasts if he ever goes back to it. Tell him to go back to it. Why would you leave this? But
Yeah.
you did say it's work. It is work. There's a lot that goes in it because you are a person like me. You want to be respectful to your guest. You want to be fun and friendly for your audience, but also for yourself. You want to be very real. Do you ever think you'd walk away? I know you're new. Because me, I tell everybody I'm going to die in front of this mic. I will.
Yeah,
20, 30, 40 years from now, I'll die here.
no, I don't think that I would walk away. If anything, if all else fails, I'll just turn to comedy.
I think you're good. I think you're pretty funny. I like it. And if not, one day I'll find sponsors and money and you can be on the Yo Show payroll. Me and my wife would love this. Me and like 9 former female co-hosts will all be like one 10-person show. I'll be divorced
Yeah.
right after, but
Yeah.
here's what I always wanted to do, and this is funny, talk about females. I love like how social media works, and you'll love hearing the stories of how guys act. We've all been there, except me. I'm a guy, but every like female I know has been there. I tried doing a show, and maybe we'll work it again, where I wanted women, a panel of regular women, to come on and talk about the creepiest, the weirdest, bad ex-boyfriend date stuff, and have like a little 2-hour form about that.
Let's go.
Right? Does that intrigue you or not?
Yeah.
I think
It does. I like hearing. Again, I am very nosy, so I want to hear all about it. And I'm an open book. I will tell you anything.
careful. This is still the Yo Show, where people call me the poor man's Howard Stern. So I'll ask. But I said no names. You don't have to mention guys' names or anything too personal. But come on and tell us. And we were this close. I mean, I had 6 girls from the area that were like, all right, let's do it. Couple backed out near the end. I guess they got cold feet. I'm like, all right, we'll bag it. Then I tried to bring it around again. A few people were like, okay. Some were like, that's touchy. But with you, perhaps co-hosting that evening, it might work because you are, like I said, you can get it out of people, and you're nosy.
Yeah. I'll ask the questions you won't. Okay.
Okay. I'm just gonna sit here in absolute disgust at what you men do in this world. I'm a man. I'm embarrassed by it.
Yeah, let's do it, man. That sounds very interesting, actually. So
I
think we
have
should do it.
I have always been on that. I was in heaven seeing Luke Bryan this past weekend. Here, see again, country music. I don't know.
I like it.
You do, and that's okay. You're allowed to be wrong sometimes. You're right, mostly. You're allowed to be wrong sometimes. I want to share. I want to share a project that we do locally. Me and the Yo Show and a team from SRR Promotions. We do a monthly concert here that's called the Key Concert Series. And our next one that's coming up June 28th is absolutely awesome. This is a couple of bands that have been on my show. Awesome rock bands, and they're super cool. We're bringing them to Pottstown at the Cosmic Art Studio, which is awesome. Crooked Ways Darkfly, whose shirt I'm wearing. Yeah, Darkfly. The Grimjacks and the Jaspers all on the bill, and then they do the acoustic stage downstairs with our great friends from Burden of Guilt and the lovely Justina and Sophie, two awesome young ladies. June 28th. Get your tickets. KeyConcertSeries.com. It's a full night. Potsdam Cosmic Art has music. They got a tea-bar downstairs. They've got memorabilia. They have crafts, vendors, all that. It's a great evening. Come check it out. Key Concert Series. One of the goals Alexis, that I set out for in the beginning was to be part of live shows. I love it. I love being a part of it, getting bands together, having people come out. Very cool stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever thought about going to somewhere live and doing your show?
Oh.
I've been asked, and we did it once, and again, my equipment ability isn't great because I'm not great with tech. But we went, we did a wing bowl. It was Jewel back when I worked with Allie and myself. We got hammered at this wing bowl. We were giving away prizes. We were talking. We were hyping up the crowd for Eagle shit. But yeah, that's a lot. That's tough.
I think if I had, if I had other guests around me talking, but if I'm just by myself, I preach about confidence, but I think my confidence just shrunk a little.
I do give you a lot of credit. Man. I do give you a lot of credit for doing a solo thing. And everyone's like, yeah, but you've been doing solo for a while, on those nights you can't find somebody. But it's a little different, again, because I'll crack a joke. I could throw a song on. I get silly. You're out there getting pretty deep, some pretty deep subjects by yourself.
Right. Yeah.
What's the thought?
Oh.
Do you think I can, well, obviously you think you can nail it because you're doing it. But do you ever think mid-show, like, man, I hope this is coming through the way I want it to?
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of times I second guess myself, but I feel like if I'm honest and that vulnerable with my listeners, maybe they can relate,
Okay. Tell me the dumbest, or what you consider to be the dumbest rule that somebody has taught you about podcasting.
Oh, if you don't stay consistent, I hear this a lot. If you don't stay consistent, you're not gonna get viewers.
I hear that a lot. People like, because they get into your routine. Right.
Yes.
Right. And they know where to find you and when. And I get that. Like, we have some regulars that come in and chime in. A lot of people, like I said to you earlier, do watch recorded. So you see the count. Sometimes the count goes 10, 20, etc. live. And then next thing you know, like 300, 400, 500 people, 1,000 people, etc. have watched. Don't watch recorded. And that's okay. Like, you don't have to be live and chiming in to still have a desire to go out and see this.
Yeah.
People said for that you should record it. I won't. Sorry. Nothing against people that record it. I love natural reaction. Your natural reaction has been terrific. You've made me laugh on several occasions, which is great. And I've had a great freaking time. I'll talk to everybody real quick about who is coming on the show over the next couple of weeks. Of course, like I said, tomorrow night we come right back. Cheyenne Ettinger is back in a guest co-host seat. Stephanie Grace, local artist, will be on the program. This coming Sunday is not a Yo Show thing, but be on the lookout for Yo Show if this goes down. So the Yo Show got invited for press passes to see the bands Lord of Acid and former guest Little Miss Nasty in Philly with press passes. So we might get a little interview piece, might get a little something. Whatever. June 17th, the band Fight From Within will be on the program. June 18th, our dear friend Cat Rivers in the Second Sight will be on the program. Tuesday, June 24th, Collused, heavy metal band, brand new one. We bring in Vin as well from American Mosh Pits, because this is one of his bands. Collused, Vin, June 24th. Wednesday, June 25th, awesome local rock band Witch Force. July 1st, Ashley Caroline from New Dilemma. July 2nd, Yelena Rashina, who's a local fitness expert and muscle competition, like a bodybuilding competition. So she'll be on the program, and that's going to be very cool. It's a good friend of mine. Tuesday, July 8th, Anna Christina. Wednesday, July 9th, artist Abby Lee. Tuesday, July 15th, the freaking band Atlas at Hold. I can't wait. Tuesday, July 29th, Philly guy and artist Tim Johnson Jr. That's what's coming up on the Yo Show. And in one of those, you may see Alexis again, or she may block me from her cell phone and her social media after tonight. Who knows?
I'll be back.
You are fantastic. I have had so much fun. I just, like I said, when the first time I seen you, I'm like, I love her approach. Seems very cool, confident, laid back. We talk about what we do here. Free will, man. There's no rules here. There's no, you gotta do this. You know what? You know what I gotta do? I gotta drink beer. I gotta laugh. I gotta vape. I gotta play videos and have fun. That's what I gotta do. Those are Jeff's rules of podcasting.
Yes, I love it.
I have you know I'm down to right about here.
Good. You have to chug it before it ends.
Now,
Good. It's done.
One of the wow, Alexis, you've left me speechless. One of the things I always said to Jewel back when she was here was platonic love. Alexis, I platonically love you to death because you just challenged me on my own program to chug the rest of that beer. It is gone, and it may not have been gone otherwise. If I was sitting here by myself, I'd be like, hey, you know what? I'll drink it maybe after and sip at it.
Good.
Freaking great. I like that, though, and tell me if this makes any sense. I like having a female on here that can kind of put me in my place.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm up here being smug and arrogant, but...
No, I like you said, Jeff, you like to be fun. I like to be fun, you know. So it's interesting. Interesting to the listeners too. You know, they're probably. I hope they're laughing their asses off right now.
I'm sure they are, and like I said, everybody gets intrigued when I bring a guest co-host and learn a little more about them. And if any of them say stuff out of line, I apologize in advance. You have to deal with me. Don't do that. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, make sure everybody out there, when this is over, you search A Little Bit Allexis podcast. It is on Facebook and Instagram and Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, make sure you check it out and support this awesome young lady. We would love to have you back sometime. I had an absolute great time tonight. A few minutes before we go, 2-hour show with some, again, the rules. Oh my God, too long. Screw you. If I get stay until 1 a.m., I will. Alexis, we did, not to get off track. I get off track near the end every time. Must be the booze. But we did it. We did an 18-hour show back during COVID for the Bucks County Food Drive. Jewel and I went on for 17 hours. We had a series of guests, a different guest every hour. Some strummed a little acoustic live. Some talked. Some gave us insight, etc. And we ended up raising a couple $1,000 in gift cards and cash and stuff for the food drive. When COVID was big, Bucks County Food Drive was big. We did it. We came out 18 hours worth. The only reason I stopped and didn't go 24 hours, I got a copyright bingo right on me when the DJ played a Van Halen song, and all of a sudden it stopped me and cut me right off.
Wow, that's so long.
Oh, it's going to happen again. I definitely want to do that again. And for all you out there who think that didn't happen, subscribe to the Yo Show on YouTube, and you can find the past episodes of us in our 18-hour show for the Bucks County Food Drive. You can see tonight's episode with Alexis and King Cherry. You can see all our great episodes by liking and subscribing. And if you're going to like and subscribe on YouTube, make sure from us, you go right back to the search bar, Little Bit Allexis Podcast. Follow it, like it, subscribe to it, support this young lady because she kicked Jeff's ass tonight.
Thank you so much, Jeff.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. You were amazing. And thank you to your husband for and your children for giving you up for these 2 hours. People say 2 hours is long. Is it too long? Did you feel at times like, dude?
No, I could probably go for another hour.
Stop it. There we're going to hour number 3. Do not tempt me, Alexis. Remember, this is the guy that went 18 hours.
Yeah, no, I can't go that long. But
I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking trying another 24-hour event with a lot of music videos from our local artists and having a lot of local artists come on and talk because they all deserve the exposure. Having some podcast people come on, different people every hour or 2 hours, and I'll just keep rolling it. I don't know if I can do it, but it's worth a shot.
you can do it. You can
I
do
can
it.
do it.
You put your mind to.
Like chugging this freaking beer. And
You didn't.
oh my God, you're the best. If you were local, I swear to God, you would already be offered a full-time job tomorrow. Anyway, it pays nothing, but I'm acting like it's a big deal. You'd be offered the job with no pay and no future and no health care and anything like that. Anyway, I never cracked myself up so hard. Iron Hill, Philly favorite, is the beer of the evening. We thank the people of Iron Hill. We thank you, King Cherry, the lovely Rachel Bello, the super cool B. Jennings for being our guest tonight, and our guest co-host, Alexis. Let me try it. Chasson?
Chasson.
Chasson. Wow, very French. I'm impressed. The one accent I've learned that I'm horrible at on this show is French. I think I'm 0 for 4. Chasson. Now, I used to watch hockey. I still watch hockey. There was a Chasson, and I guess I said his name wrong all these years.
Yeah. Alexis Chasson.
Alexis, that name alone makes you want to watch. Alexis Chasson. What's with the 2 L's? Is that a trademark thing, or is that really your name?
That's my name. That's what my mom did. She wants to be different.
I like that. It's really cool. When I first saw it, I thought it was a play on words like all access. Little bit all access is what I thought you were going for, which isn't bad. A little bit all access, like, well, yeah. But I was like reading way too far and like, well, maybe she got a little play on words going here. I love it though. I love you. I think you're awesome. This was a great night. So much fun. I hope you did too. And I want you to realize that there's more to podcast than just stoic stuff. You can have fun. You can be silly. You can have some drinks. You can play little games, talk to people, and have a blast. I hope you had a great time tonight.
I did.
I sure did. Excellent. And so you'll be back tomorrow night. No, we have Cheyenne tomorrow night, but Cheyenne's terrific too. So tune in if you can. Check it out. If you're here strictly for Alexis, follow us, like us, subscribe, and vice versa. If you hear from me, real quick, do this. Point to me. Point to me. You're right. There you go. No, I mean sideways. I'm actually pointing this way. But stream your right, see? You actually have to use your other finger, and it's weird, isn't it? Use your other finger. There you go, and it's backward. I still got, again, 9 years, I still can't get this right.
Okay.
Live on air, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's get the hell out of here. Alexis, again, thank you so much. We'll invite you back real soon. And keep in touch. Reach out to me if you have questions, ideas, things you think I suck at, which is a long list. Feel free to tell me. My chat room and cell and all that are always on. Alexis Chasson, ladies and gentlemen, from A Little Bit Allexis podcast, Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, YouTube. Check it out in about 2 minutes when I finally stop talking, and you'll be pleased. I guarantee it. And thank you for tuning in for the air show. Thank you to B and Rachel of King Cherry. So tonight we're going to go, and we're going to use a different exit song. I'm going to use Strange Culture's Looking Glass. Strange Culture, of course, killed it last weekend at Harris Casino, along with Astro Fells at the Block, an awesome venue. They killed it last week. The dudes are my favorites. I'm going to play this one, Looking Glass. Got a lot of screaming in it, but we're going to get out of here. Have a great night. We will see you tomorrow night on The O Show with Stephanie Grace and Shine Edinger. For Alexis Chasson, I'm going to be saying the light. This is Jeff the Shark Burriti. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hit it. Peace. And don't do that.
keep control. Has no sympathy. Everything you said was a lie. Everything you said to keep control. Keep control. Keep control. Keep control.